I remember my first way of coping was I would daydream. I would find a little dark nook in a closet or build a little fort underneath blankets and just pretend I was somewhere else and pretend I was someone else, anyone but myself, and I was living a life that was not my own. And I knew at that time, when I was a senior in high school, that alcohol meant freedom and it meant happiness.
Middle school sucked. In 7th grade, I tried to kill myself because of all the amount of bullying I was experiencing. I just was at 12 years old, I was I'm done. I've seen enough. And more and more when I share about that, it makes me so sad to think that at that age, I was ready to throw in the towel. And I think that the mental aspect of addiction is so powerful that sometimes it manifests much earlier than when you start using.
I would say the only thing that maybe I wish I had when I was younger is, a more honest relationship with my parents, and that my parents had a healthier relationship with alcohol and drugs. There is such thing as normal drinking, and it's not this evil, bad thing. But in my mind, it kind of got muddled up. So when I started to experiment with drugs and alcohol, I thought I was experimenting with this evil, dark thing. So I didn't want to talk about it.
7 years ago, I lost my oldest son, Austin, to an overdose. And he had struggled with addiction for over 6 years. And it was an anguishing journey. And it was very, very tough, obviously, on him. We lost a beautiful boy. It was very tough on our family. And I decided I wanted to dedicate the rest of my life to this work, to try to spare other young adults and spare their families from going through what we went through.
I heard Jim's story and I knew that we had to do this journey together. And we both came from different sides of the journey. Jim tragically lost his son, and I went through my own addiction and watched all of these other kids die around us. And in both cases, it was sort of the same feelings of people living in isolation. And so by all of us getting together and sharing our stories, nobody is alone, and everybody realizes that they have not only the similar feelings, but they have something to offer to help other people.
So we first opened up the dialogue surrounding addiction 5 years ago, following 6 tragic overdoses in our New York City school community. And ever since, we've met monthly to hear young, sober speakers share their story, followed by a discussion about the realities of drugs and alcohol for adolescents.
So we're really excited. We now have chapters in Miami and LA in addition to New York. We also have a lot of school clubs, and we're hoping to expand even more to further cities and communities.
At Generation SOS, we really do believe that stories speak louder than statistics.
If I had something like Generation SOS or knew about that, it would have been helpful for me to not feel so, I don't want to say stigmatized, but feel weird about what was going on in my life.
I think growing up, especially through high school and stuff, at least when I was there, it's for some reason, it's being yourself is always frowned upon, you know what I mean? And you always put on these personas. And now through this process, I've learned to be myself and love myself for who I am, that, now I don't crave these substances to help me escape from me.
It's important to share my experience. It creates a humanity and a bond between people. If you listen to and empathize with someone who's maybe has similar issues in some departments, but is different in outside departments.
I'll end it by saying that you're enough, you're adequate, you deserve to be loved, you deserve your place in the world. Black, white, green, woman, tall, short, whatever, trans, whatever, you deserve to be loved, and you deserve your place in the world.
I wish I could tell you that when you lose a child, it gets easier over time. It doesn't. You learn to love that child in a different way. This is a picture of Austin that I keep on my desk all the time. I think of him every day. I talk to him every day. I listen to the couple recordings of his voice that I have, but it doesn't get better, and you don't forget. And that's why I'm so motivated to help other parents avoid that. It is said that's the greatest pain you can experience on earth, is to lose a child. And I suspect that's true.
Addiction kills, prevention saves lives. please go to generationsos.org and make a monthly contribution to help us continue saving young lives. Thank you.